TINUBU government and TINUBU police have made the greatest mistake of their life, which is actually making them to be panicking at the moment. You know, after the protest that Sowore led on Monday, Operation Free Nnamdi Kanu now, you know, they actually tear gases a lot of protesters, the police brutalizes a lot of protesters, and at the matter remains, the worst aspect of it was they arrested the leading lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu and they sent the man to Kuje prison now, the person of Aloye Jimanko, and on the same view, the brother of Nnamdi Kanu as well. Now, the world judges and the world lawyers are storming Nigeria based on the human rights lawyers that they actually put in custody as far as Nnamdi Kanu case is concerned. Had it been that they know they wouldn't have touched the protesters or talk less of arresting Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and all. Now, the world judges and the world lawyers are storming Nigeria. Come and hear things for yourself. Things are happening right now. Like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share it to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just do what to like it. Like the video, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome me back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do what to click the red subscription button appearing in your video screen. As you clicking it, ensure you click the notification bell icon, that's the bell icon, so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, you'll be the first person that YouTube will easily notify. It was a protest that Sowore led few days ago that's actually causing what is actually happening right now as far as Nigeria is concerned. You know, a lot of Nigerian people, they never knew that the protest can actually lead to what is happening for the world judges and the world lawyers to be storming Nigeria based on the fundamental human rights of Nnamdi Kanu and the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu that have actually been suppressed and all. Come and hear things the way it goes. These people are saying all this injustice that is happening in the Nigeria system need to come to an end. Come and hear what these people are actually saying. A lot of people never believe that the protest can actually yield something actually reasonable, because a lot of people did not turn up because of the protest. But as the matter remains, the mistake of TINUBU police was actually what is actually causing what is going on right now. I think that they did not arrest Aloye Jimanko, the leading lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, the protesting would not have escalated to what is actually happening right now. The world lawyers and the world judges will not be saying that they storming Nigeria. They won't be saying it. But come and see things the way it's actually going. Come and hear what these people are saying they want to come and do in Nigeria. I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. Nnamdi Kanu is already on the verge of gaining freedom because the international judges and the international lawyers are getting themselves involved. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just do what to like the video. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. If you're a true lover of Nnamdi Kanu, ensure you drop your love emoji for this man at the comment section of this video as well. They said the major people that actually said Nnamdi Kanu should not be released was the southeastern leaders and all of that. But now, since the world judges and the world lawyers are actually storming Nigeria, will the southeastern leader have the capacity to stop these people? Will they have the capacity to stop these people? Those are the questions that a lot of people are actually asking. They will catch bandits, they will free them. They will catch a lot of criminals, they will free them in the name of presidential pardon and all of that. But when it gets to Nnamdi Kanu, they will reverse the case. They will just change the narrative around this man now. The matter is already getting a lot of suspect. A lot of suspect is actually included in the matter. And the international judges and the international lawyers, they are saying they already have interest in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Big thanks to Sowore and big thanks to a lot of people that actually come out to come and lay out their voice out there for this man. Now we'll leave you guys to watch the video for you to see everything that is actually going on as far as the matter is concerned and what the judges are coming to do in Nigeria and the lawyers and all. You will hear things for yourself. They majorly coming for Nnamdi Kanu release and to come and see the offense of the leading lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, Aloye Jimanko, the major offense that he offended by protesting. They said they really want to come and see now. They charge Nigeria to court. I would like us to stay connected to the end of the video. First of all, hear what Rufai said in NARRATION TV, because a lot of people have been saying that what Rufai said in support of Nnamdi Kanu will actually cause him to lose his job in NARRATION TV, because they said the journalist is not meant to pick side with someone that his matter is in court. Those are what they saying to Rufai was saying. Now hear what Rufai said, how he blasted TINUBU and all the southeastern leaders and all as regards to Nnamdi Kanu matter. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Protesters led by activist Omoyele Sowore trooped out to demand the release of the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. Well, on Tuesday, a magistrate court ordered the remand of Aloy Ejimako, one of the lawyers representing Nnamdi Kanu, in Kuje prison. The police arrested Ejimako after he joined protesters demanding Kanu's release and charged him alongside 12 others with various offenses, including criminal conspiracy, disobedience of a lawful order, inciting disturbance, and disturbance of public peace, contravening sections 152, 114, and 113 of the Penal Code law. This development has escalated the controversy surrounding the protest, while legal observers note that while lawyers have the constitutional right to peaceful assembly, their arrest during the protest they participated in adds another layer of complexity to an already contentious case involving freedom of expression, the right to protest, and due process. While activist Omoyele Sowore, in response to this detention, actually put out a post on X, and he wrote, "It is unfortunate that the Nigerian Bar Association has remained quiet regarding the unwarranted and unjust detention of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, Aloy Ejimako and Barrister Okereke Kingdom Nnamdi." President Afam Osigwe, what is going on? Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now. In the meantime, the Center Against Injustice and Domestic Violence has called on the Nigerian Bar Association to take immediate disciplinary action against Aloy Ejimako for alleged professional misconduct. In a statement, the group condemned the lawyer's appearance at the protest ground, describing it as a clear breach of professional ethics and a violation of Rule 33 of the Rules of Professional Conduct for Legal Practitioners 2023, which deals with sub-judice statements. And according to the rule, and I'll read this statement in part, it says a lawyer or law firm engaged in or associated with prosecution or defense of a criminal matter shall not, while litigation is pending, make or participate in making any extrajudicial statement that is calculated to prejudice or interfere with the fair trial of the matter, adding that the law expects that lawyers argue their cases in court, not on the streets, in protest grounds, or on media platforms. I mean, Vimba, I'm coming to you. Mr. Ejimako's participation in this protest is, they say, is tantamount to trying to sway public opinion and, by extension, the court's view on the matter still under education. I mean, your thoughts on, some of all of these things that I've unpacked before, we discuss on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu as well, because I believe that he has also filed.
Yes, very complex issues, and I think in this instance, I always like to say two things can be true at the same time. The first issue is dealing with the incarceration of the lawyer and the other group of activists. Now, when you look at that FIR report and the issues that they are being indicted for, there are a number of concerns. The number one concern being people are saying that, but this group also included Sowore himself, but Sowore is a free man, and the other 13, I believe, are in prison. So why is there separation between those who have been arrested? If they were all together in a group and alleged to have all committed the same offense, why is there this selectivity? So that means that clearly the playing field is not level. The rules are not applying equally, and many people are even challenging and contesting those rules to say, well, is this really what transpired? Were they really causing public disruption with their protest? Besides the fact that they did stay within the limits prescribed to them, when they tried to go beyond those limits, the police acted and they were peaceful in their execution. However, another issue that I brought up earlier that I'll bring up is this issue of chanting war songs, and I think we have to be careful now with where we're going. I drew parallels with the case of Julius Malema in South Africa, who was taken to court over chanting a war song. If you remember, he has a song called Kill the Boer, and he says that it's not an insightful song because it's a remnant remnant of their liberation past. So we now need to start having a conversation in Nigeria about whether chanting of war songs that are remnants of a struggle of the past do constitute a public disruption in some form or the other. In South Africa, it was ruled to have been within the constitutional right of any activist or advocate to chant any war song they want. Now it's set for the Nigerian law to set their own precedent on this issue. Now that's on one aspect. On the aspect of sub judice, the rules are clear. This man was on the streets advocating for and vocalizing for a case that should have been in defense as of that point. Of course, we've seen a number of issues that have come up with regards to delaying going into that defense. But at this time, I think that we need to focus our attention to the defense, because the prosecution have rested their case, and it's now up to Nnamdi Kanu to put forward his own defense. I know there are other developments that you'll come to, but and it's now not only is it up to him to put forward his defense, but it's also up to the public, civil society, to hold the judiciary accountable to ensure that his defense is treated fairly, it's given in a fair environment, and that he has access to all that he needs to be in order for him to provide a thorough and robust defense for himself. I think I hope I've dealt with many of the substantive issues, but yeah.
I mean, in terms of Ejimako being, detained in Kuje and all of that, you would wonder. I mean, he's a lawyer. Shouldn't he have known the rules? But I'm sure that there will be other, lawyers that would actually come and argue his case as well as to whether or not he had the right to protest at the same time. But meanwhile, barely 24 hours after the protest, the detained IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in a motion he personally filed on Tuesday, October 21st, agreed to enter his defense and informed the Federal High Court of his plan to call a total of 23 witnesses divided into two categories. Well, among those listed as compellable witnesses are former Minister of Defense, General Theophilus Danjuma, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tuko Boratai, FCT Minister Yesom Wike, Works Minister Debu Mahi, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The detained IPOB leader told the court he would testify on his own behalf, providing a sworn account of the facts, denying the allegations, and explaining the political context of his statements and actions. He requested a 90-day time frame to conclude his defense, given the number of witnesses. I mean, Rufai, what a dramatic turn of events. We know Kanu's lawyer has been remanded in Kuje Correctional Center for participating in the protest. The timing and Kanu's decision to personally sign the notice raised questions about his relationship with his legal team and suggest a significant strategic pivot in his defense approach, potentially signaling his readiness to confront, the charges directly after years of legal challenge. People would say, I mean, he had no choice. Right now, his lead counsel is in detention. He has to, I believe he also is a lawyer. He says, Nnamdi Kanu. I've said some places that he said that.
You see, if we want to build a nation, let's build a nation. If we want to be hypocritical, let's be hypocritical. For all of those that are saying Ejimako has no right of protest, and I'm not a lawyer, so please, you can challenge some of my thoughts, but I'll think freely on this. And they are claiming sub judice. We have all been on this table where many cases that are currently in courts have been come to discuss here. You remember? Can we even go back and point out a couple of things? Anyway, we remember the debacle of Natasha, and we remember how people were coming to discuss the case while even the judges said they shouldn't discuss it here. Do we remember? Why didn't the legal disciplinary committee, why did they called in then? This case has it's been on for a while. You remember that at some point during President Buhari's administration, some IGBO leaders, even when the case was in court, went to prevail over President Buhari for a political solution. Were they sub judice then? I'm talking about those Igbo leaders. Yeah. Recently, we've heard that governors like Alex Oti and a couple of other governors, I think Governor of Imo State, have been talking to the president about a case currently in courts. Can we also deem those as sub judice? So please, I don't know anything in law, but I just think out loud. So please, you can educate me. I'm open to education. We
will learn more.
No. So I want to learn.
A huge debate.
No. And that's why I'm asking. And I've cited by position. Yes. Now, were these engagements sub judice, the one that the great elder statesman from the Southeast that even finally passed after that, negotiation with President Buhari at an early, was a former federal minister in the 60s in this country. They went to President Buhari to ask and beg that Nnamdi should release political solution. The governors that have been talking to the president as regards that, are these also sub judice? Because when you say, okay, Ejimako went to protest about a case in court, and you say, okay, sub judice, you should know better. Now he's been detained and he's been taken against his right. We forget he's a citizen first. Well, those other instances where they sub judice. That's just what I want to. And please, let's also put a background on this case. We've also had a court in this country that have said Nnamdi Kanu did no longer, should be discharged and acquitted, and appeal courts before this case had been taken to the Supreme Court. So let's also put that in the context of this conversation. All right. When Nnamdi Kanu said he wants to go ahead with his defense process, yes, he has the rights. But also, it's only incumbent on let's even make a verification if he was the one that listed these people out. And let's make a verification on that process that was said that came from him, and let him go through his defense. A man has a right to be able to defend himself. Right. I am not saying that we should not, have a definitive stance on the rule of law in this country. But all I point out every day is the hypocrisy.
The selective application.
I mean, there are people now that we see them carrying guns and everything, bandits, having peace meetings and all that. Nobody have arrested them now. Okay. Their matter is not in court, it's not sub judice now.
All right.
So that one is out there. Then secondly, we have also seen people that were pardoned, bandits, criminals that were pardoned. What we're also saying is the political solution that you feel was good for the bandits that people speak for, give it to this man and charge him that if any other thing is done again, then actors will be meted out. That's all what a lot of people are calling for in this regard.
Yes.
That's just it. So if you call him all sorts of things, you call him a terrorist and everything, but you've done it for some bandits in the past now, why is it so different?
All right.
That's all I'm asking. All right. I'm not saying I support the way he went about it. I'm not saying I support all his abuses.
All right.
You did the same process people are saying do for this man. For other people that we saw, you even rehabilitated them. Like Dr. Bati said, you give them ashwebi and jollof rice and pepper soup. These are people that carry gun. No? I'm not sure Nnamdi Kanu ever. Did you ever say any gun is not going to shoot people? But these are even people that carry gun. That kill them.
Criminals.
That criminals that committed heinous crimes. So
all right.
You gave them a waiver and you said they should be good members of society again. All we are just saying is for the sake of balancing and for the sake of let's have fairness.
All right.
Let that same thing be done to Nnamdi Kanu, and let's also charge him that all the insecurity there that people attributed to him, let it stop.
All right.
So that at least when Nnamdi Kanu is out of the picture, anybody that does this thing again, we say, okay, we know this is criminality. That's all I'm arguing,
The names that he mentioned, though, as compellable witnesses, I mean, I wonder how that will play into his, defense and all of that. He's asking for 90 days. I believe the last time there was a ruling by James Judge Omotosho, he had said that Nnamdi Kanu should, conduct his case within 6 days. So I don't know. I mean, he's now asked for 90 days. It seems like another extension. But yesterday was this Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, and there were many dimensions to the protest. We saw a clergyman calling out notable pastors, including Pastor Enoch Adeboye, as well as Pastor Tunde Bakare, saying that instead of enjoying tithes and offerings, they should be present at the protest. Well, the same priest was seen running and taking cover after police dispensed tear gas. Let's take a look.
Have come as an Episcopal Lord. I was expecting to see my colleagues. I've not seen anyone yet. I've not seen Pastor Adeboye, Enoch. Crazy. I've not seen Pastor Tunde Bakare. Pastor Tunde Bakare, where are you? You came to the streets to dislodge Goodluck Jonathan for his good economy.
I'm sorry, I have to out you, Vivi. Vivi has been cracking up.
Headline everywhere now says, world lawyers finally agreed to intercede for Nnamdi Kanu, sanction Nigeria judiciary against Biafra freedom. When you hear that, you know it's serious, because for the first time in a long while, lawyers from different parts of the world are uniting to take a stand about something happening right here in Nigeria. On the other side, the Nigerian judiciary keeps insisting that they are following due process, that the law must take its full course, and nobody, no matter how influential, is above the law.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see what's actually going on. The questions that the world judges and the world lawyers are actually asking, including Rufai Oseni on Rise TV, the question he was actually asking in that very video was, is it a crime for a lawyer to actually protest as far as Nigeria is concerned? Where is it in Nigeria constitution that a lawyer should not protest? This lawyer of a thing is a profession. The moment a doctor can protest, the moment artisans can protest, the moment teachers can protest, and all the professions in Nigeria, the moment they have the right to protest, lawyer is also part of the professions in Nigeria. They too have the right to protest. When they see injustice, they have the right to come out to say that injustice is taking place and this is pure injustice and it's not having any other name. Now, for the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu to come out to protest on behalf of what is actually happening to Nnamdi Kanu, the legal extradition from Kenya and all of that, and all the things that actually happened to this man, and the way the court actually grants his bail and let him go, but the federal government refused to release him, the way all the criminalities that were happening in the judiciary, for them to come out to actually lay it out and express their opinion as regards it, is it a crime in the name of protest? Now, they arrested the leading lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, and a lot of people are saying that it's a very planned game by the TINUBU people and the Southeastern leaders and all of that. They said they actually want to capture the leading lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu so that the case of Nnamdi Kanu will not have a strong head again. Now, people are saying if they want to let this man to go to jail, they should send him to jail. Why are they keeping him? Even the time that he has spent in court now, if they've used the time to sentence him on an instance, he's supposed to have finished the sentence. He's supposed to have finished doing his time. Why are they just doing everything possible to just keep him there illegally? But they will catch bandits, they will release the bandits that they catch with weapons, bandits that have taken the life of a lot of people in Nigeria, bandits that have made a lot of families to be in total sorrow. Why will they release bandits and the person that they did not see any ammo from, the person that did not see gun from, the person that did not see a video where actually taking the life of someone, they keep the person in custody? They keep him in custody illegally. You know, Sowore came out and make this thing known to the general public, but a lot of people still don't understand what Sowore is talking about. They still don't understand where Sowore is coming from. If it happens to Nnamdi Kanu today, it can happen to another person tomorrow. Rufai Oseni did not stop lending out his voice. Even in national television, he still come out to actually express his pain as regards the legal rendition of Nnamdi Kanu and as regards the legal detention of the man. You notice that when Oji and the likes of other journalists in the Rise TV room, then when they were actually talking about the protests and they actually making cajole of the people that actually ran in the name of tear gas, because it's normally news that police actually brutalizes a lot of people because of the protests. When Oji and the likes of other Rise TV journalists were actually making mockery of the people that actually protested and they were running away from tear gas and all of that, Rufai Oseni come in immediately and he corrected the motion frankly. He make it known to them that this thing is not even funny. They should let Nnamdi Kanu to go. Is it a crime for the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu to come out to protest? Why are they detaining the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu? Now, the world judges and the world lawyers are saying enough is enough as regards all the injustice that is actually taking place in Nigeria, because the world judges and the world lawyers have power over the judicial system of Nigeria, according to report. Now, what do you think these world judges and these world lawyers can actually do as far as Nnamdi Kanu matter is concerned? Do you think they will sue Nigeria and they will stand in for Nnamdi Kanu in the name of human rights lawyers and all of that? Drop a pin in the comment section of this video. Just feel free, say I'm in the comment section. As I'm gonna get and for you share. Follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot from my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.